Hello guys, you're welcome back once more. So in this particular video guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to draft this beautiful asymmetric blouse with drapes or side draped asymmetric blouse. Okay, so if you know you haven't hit the subscribe button before, please kindly do so and turn on your notification bell for more updates. Okay, and stick with me to the end of this particular video so that you see all you need about this drafting. Let's get into the video proper. So guys, I already have my paper folded, and as you can see, I am drafting. I'm just getting my top line. Remember, this is a miniature pattern, so all you need to do is apply your accurate measurements on it, just the way you draft your pattern. So I draft your normal pattern blocks with your own measurement, okay, or whichever measurement you are using. You draft your shoulder, you draft your bust point, you draft the waistline, the hip line. That is how you're going to be drafting this, okay? So what I'm doing now is I'm getting my shoulder measurements, I'm getting my bust point. So remember to check the description box below. You see exactly how to go about the drafting of a basic block, a basic bodice block. You see exactly how to draft it. So in case you don't know how to do so, now you're going to make use that particular one you learn you to go along with to help you to draft anytime, any day. Okay, so I'm rolling the line for my bust point, and after that I will get my waistline, that is half cut. First of all, I'm going to complete the shoulder, so I'm just going to fast forward this a little, to enable me get to the part where we will start applying the drapes and that is the style, the asymmetric. Okay, so this one is just getting the block and all that. So guys, I'm getting, as you can see, that's my bust palm, and then I've added more paper to enable me get my hip measurements, that is the hip line. So for the hip, I'm using just 4 inch, that is dropping down 4 inch from the waist. Okay, but on a normal average size, you drop down 8 inch from the waist, so that usually locates your hip. So either you drop 8 inch or 9 inch. So I'm just rolling this now. So I'm going to go ahead and equally apply the bust bar measurement, which is 2.5, and connect it all together. So guys, I'm labeling it, as you can see clearly. So I'm going to get my dart, which is just half an inch on both sides, which is equal to 1 inch. Then I'm going to drop down by half inch on this side. Please take note, on yours you drop down by 1 inch on this side, okay, so that the dart will not start on top of the bust, it will start just below. But nevertheless, we are not stitching the dart, so I'm moving up by 1 inch on this side, although we are still going to redraw this particular dart. So I'll go ahead and connect it like this. So connecting it like so. So that is what we are going to use to create our drape. That is the essence of the dart you're seeing here. We are going to manipulate it out. So I'll go ahead and trace this out to reflect on the other part of the paper, because I'm going to be opening this up to be able to apply the asymmetric on the blouse and equally the neckline. So I'm going to trace out everything perfectly. So guys, this is it after I finish tracing it out and use my ruler to roll it out. You can see how perfect and nice it looks. So I'm applying my measurements. Now I brought out the 1 inch for the dart after I applied my waist measurements, and I brought out the 1 inch. So I'll just go ahead and apply the bust measurements. So on the hip, I'm going to apply the hip measurement. I'm going to use my ruler to join it up or to connect it. So while I've connected this now, as you can see clearly, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to start. I'll also apply my measurement on the other side. Please take note. So I'm going to extend this downwards. The reason for this particular extension is for the asymmetric. So it depends on how long you want your asymmetric to be. So for this particular, I'm just going to use this length. Please take note, I'm just showing you how to go about the drafting of this beautiful top. Okay, so I'm just going to curve this inward a little. This will help for the drapes that we want to make on the side. Okay, so I'm going to use my scissors to cut out some of these parts that might be confusing. As you can see now, my hand, I'm just showing you exactly what I'm going to be cutting out. So if you notice already, we have a look of a blouse here. This is just like a normal blouse now. You can see just exactly this, just how I'm going to be cutting this out. But on this, I'm going to redraw this dart. But on the part where the asymmetric lies, that is the longer part of the blouse, I'm going to still reshaping there. That place is going to balance in a little to like move inward. So I'm just going to use my scissors and cut it out. So I'm cutting this for you to be able to, at least you'll be able to understand where I'm going to. While for the neckline is a very easy one. It all depends on how wide you want your symmetric neck to be. You can get creative about it. You can curve it and just however you want to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and rule a straight line down and then curve it to meet each other here. Okay, so that is just what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to mark just like 4 inch or 3.5. So I'm going to be using 3.5. That is the height of the neck. Now I'm just going to go ahead and connect it. But don't forget, like I said, it all depends on how you want yours to be. And please take note, you can go ahead and cut it like this, and after you finish cutting it like drafting it like this, you don't need to cut out any pieces again of it. You can just go ahead and cut out your facing exactly the way the neck looks and stitch, and you will still be having a very nice look. So I'm going to clean out the round side of this other one and then redraw this one so that it will look really nice. So if you notice, mine is not that deep. Okay, so that is because I didn't bend my ruler to have so that it can be more deep and move inwards towards the armhole properly. So you can go ahead and get more creative about yours. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim out this part so that you understand how this place looks like. No, very well. So guys, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do now is I will just use my scissors and just get my slash and spread. So we are not going to be spreading the part where the asymmetric falls. It's just from the hip line upwards. That's where you're going to be slashing. Just this part now I'm ruling my line. That's where I'm going to be slashing. So first of all, I'm going to cut out this particular part so that you will not be confused. If you notice, you will see that my asymmetric is not that long, so you can go ahead and make yours very long. Just get creative while making yours. Whatever I'm doing on this particular tutorial is just showing you how to go about this dress, so that if you want to make it to be very easy for you, okay, to be very easy for you. So now I'm going to be opening this up by 1 inch. It all depends on how much drapes you want on yours. If you want you to have just tiny drapes, that means you can open it by half inch. But if you want it a bit more, you can do 1 inch, you can do 2 inch, you can do 3 inch, so whatever you want. Okay, so I'm just going to, after I've been able to use my paper tape to tape it down, I'm going to use my pencil and just pencil this. Please take note, if you are remaking this on a paper, you have to add like extra seam, or better still, just go with the flow, and then on your fabric you will add a seam. And don't forget to always mark points, mark the necessary points you'll be using to add this. Okay, so mark the points so that you will not get confused when you start adding, when you start joining, or when you want to start making your asymmetric. So guys, this is how it looks. You see, once you fold this inward, now once you fold it inward, it will match with these pieces here. So I'm just going to try and fold it. It's a little bit hard, the paper is a little bit very hard, so I'm just going to try and fold it. You can see how it looks already. I believe guys you have enjoyed this video so much already. Like, I believe you learned something. So remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so that you see other videos of mine. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.